Hello Tsubasa players, this is Crazy Mellow Miko. I wanted to make a video. I actually did make a video like this before. However, I I took it down from YouTube. I threw it away because the audio crapped out in the middle of the clip, so I ended up taking it down, not even using it anymore. But I wanted to do this kind of video earlier, and now is a good opportunity to make this video. And I'm talking about like a prediction video, or something that might interest you and make you get ready for what's coming up. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So what's the prediction video is going to be about? Well, of course it's going to be about the upcoming events, and I want to say my doubts about. I want to talk about my doubts about this upcoming event, and my gratitude, my thanks for Klab games, because you might remember from my previous videos I got pretty frustrated, to say the least, about those previous events that practically gave you nothing. And so this might be my gratitude video and apology video from my side, but let's make you decide if this is that kind of a video. So okay, let's start from the beginning. So we are going to have some non-championship players and non-youth league players. Those are going to be the base teams, Hanawa and Furano, and we will have both Masao and Kazuo and Matsuyama. And as you can see, both Masao and Kazuo are from Hanawa team. This is a version from the Hanawa team, and let me just talk about this, specifically these two players. I actually think that because they are from the Hanawa team, sorry, I just switched the audio, because they are from the Hanawa team, I believe that their skills won't be accompanied by Jito. And in my opinion, one of them, if they both won't be, if one of them will be a forwarder and the second one will be an attacking midfielder, I really believe that one of them will have the S version of the Skylab Hurricane, and the second one will have either a tackle or a better one too, like an S1 too, because we haven't seen that earlier for those guys. So that's my prediction for those two, because when they're in Hanawa they don't have Jito there, so yeah, it's like it's the most obvious thing, right? And it doesn't matter if they are going to be red, blue or green. It's just for, I think it's just for the skill. Their stats might be even, well, youth league close, from the, oh, they were from the Dream collection, were they? Maybe they were, but let me just show you. Come on. I have no idea why my emulator is so slow compared to those devices that I usually see. So okay, collection. I was talking about these two. I think they are Dream Collection, and that's the. Oh no, sorry, that's not the Youth League. That's the Japan Youth. Sorry, my mistake. Anywho, I really believe that they will have stats pretty close, to those players. Probably a little bit higher on attacking and pretty close to defensive when it comes to those new Hanawa players. But we had Hanawa versions of Masao and Kazuo, but those were just for the skill collection and nothing more. But the SSR versions never came out. So that's my prediction that's my prediction about these two. And the third player that's coming up is this Matsuyama. And as you saw earlier, and even you can see on your device, this Matsuyama. Well, maybe not this. This is this is just a normal Matsuyama, but the upcoming Matsuyama will probably have. Oh wait! By the way, congrats on making this National Matsuyama a Dream Collection Matsuyama. Yeah, congrats, Klab Games. That really threw away the point of getting him when there was when the nationals were up. Yeah, congrats. And let's get back to the subject. And Matsuyama will have a skill that's going to up every type, right? So how can they mess it up? Because when you hear a player that actually will have every type boost, you think to yourself, what? That's unheard of. Like, I never heard of a player that gives boost to every kind. You saw what was that? That was yeah, both Matsuyama and Tsubasa, the EX version of Tsubasa of the Nationals with the Aurora Curtain. They had those skills where they upped 2 types by 7%. So, either, as you can see, who have team skills that boosts stats of players of each type and specific positions. So, I am sure that when they talk specific positions, that they are actually talking about defense players, because lately we had the Japan, the real Japan version, where there were team skills that upped attacking midfielders, defense midfielders, and that was Urabe. Yumikura was the first, the attacking midfielders, and we didn't have any for forward players and for the defensive players. So we had he was Robson, right? We had Robson for that, but he was more European, right? Not more defensive. But no, wait, Robson didn't have that. Sorry, my mistake. So this time Matsuyama is going to up your defense players, and I guess it will be like 15%, maybe. Yeah, that's my prediction. 15% to all the defensive players. And as for his other ability, right, the stats of all types of each type. So if they say each type, they actually mean all 3 types, right? Because if it's going to be each type but only 2 types, that would be kind of dumb. But I actually believe Klab Games wouldn't do that. So my permission, sorry, wrong word. My permission is that no, it was premonition, right? Premonition. Okay, my premonition. Sorry, my premonition is that he is going to have nothing more than plus 5% to all types. Because I really think then that if he will have plus 7% to all types, he will be like the most wanted defense player in the game. And I also believe that his defensive skills will be really high. Not Dreamfest high maybe, but pretty much, yeah, edgy or something like that. So I won't even think of an option when he gives 10% to all types, because that would be like game breaking, right? For all of those teams that have a lot of Dreamfest players, and bam, you got like a triple buff right there. So I really believe that it's going to be 5% for every type, and that's probably the best we can have from that Matsuyama. He's going to be, I think he's going to be the best Matsuyama so far, despite his type, even comparing to the Dream Collection Matsuyama, in my opinion, really, because Dream Collection Matsuyama is Misugi reliant, and if you need actually to make the best out of everything, you actually need green Misugi for green Matsuyama. So yeah, that's actually my opinion. And let's see. The second part of this of my video is about the upcoming event for Santana. It's going to be I think it's going to be, wait, it says high explosive power, so I think it's going to be an interception skill, an next formation with event points. So let's see if this is going to be the same as the recent Aoi Shingo version. You know, the one when you get ranked, and the Aoi Shingo was the interception skill. I actually think that this is going to be an interception skill for Santana. So this is going to be an EX Santana. He will probably had good stats, not very good stats, just good stats, and for a forwarder he should have better shooting. But if this is going to be a farming event on his EX skill, and if it's going to be interception like everybody predicts, everybody on Facebook or on forums and chat rooms, this is something I actually think, because it's just my opinion. If you really think that this is helpful, yes, you are entitled to think that. And I am, in my opinion, this might be how should I say this? A useless skill, right? I am saying that a forwarder, in my opinion, sorry if you actually think that it's not what you do, but in my opinion, a forwarder doesn't need that kind of skill. If you really need a good forwarder, like the one that has low ball shots, high ball shots, you actually need to put those in your forwarder, in your forward player, right? Not interception or tackles. I know that recently, like Hino, the Japan, real Japan version Hino, the red one that was recently obtainable and is now obtainable through no more SSR ticket pools. He had I think he had a shot and a pass, right? So no high or low, those were you need to get them later. And the same goes for Hyuga, cause Hyuga, the national version of Hyuga, the recent one, also had, well, an S shot, just like Hino, and a tackle. So that's actually is that useful? I am not saying I do not use them. I use them on full power, because they drain less stamina then. And that's probably the only moment you actually, at least in my games, that's the only moment I actually use those skills on, or maybe when I like don't care actually and use those skills because I know I'm going to win, so I just, fool around with the game just for shits and giggles, right? But I actually haven't seen, maybe aside from Victorino, I haven't seen a good forward player that's actually good at tackling and intercepting. Because when you're a forward player, you actually need to focus on shooting and low and high ball shooting. That's your job. Maybe a 1-2 to get to the goal, and maybe like a good dribble, right? Because those are skills for your forwarder, right? So this is actually my opinion. If this actually will turn out to be an interception for Santana, I am not saying that I won't play. I will play, of course I will. But in my opinion, this isn't a good choice, I actually don't think that it will be useful, especially for Santana. Like, I've seen a lot of players using either the Dreamfest Santana, the green one, or the second best, that's the blue Santana that was the national version of Santana. I've seen people using probably those two versions and nothing more. I barely see anybody playing any lower version of Santana. Because lower versions of Santana actually aren't that good now. They were good before the nationals, and they were pretty good. I saw the red Santana, a lot of times the green Santana, which now has a pretty good passive. And I also seen the previous blue version of Santana, right? And they were pretty useful, but before the nationals. Now after the nationals, we are on a higher ground of players and team members, and of course bonus team skills, right? So, and what am I getting to? I saw every Santana, either the green or the blue, of the newest versions. So the top two Santanas, all of them had the most needed skills for for a forwarder. So the shot, the second version of the shot, the low flying, the low eagle shot, right? So the B version at top, and a high fly, a low fly, and the 1-2. So that's the best setup for Santana. And now throw in an interception, and you're kind of wondering why. Well, maybe his job will be to get the ball and pass it. So probably the blue version of Santana that we see. Oh no! Oh, okay, it works. Sorry, I thought it glitched out again. Let's see. Come on. Load. Oh, this loading time. So this blue version of Santana will probably have the intercept skill and a pass. An A pass and an intercept skill. So it's for, I have no idea what is it for. We have so many SSR players that already have those, but maybe some people do not have those. I actually don't know. I've talked to a couple of people recently about some of these changes, and all of them actually believe that the game changed drastically after the nationals. We were introduced to high team skills, high bonus team skills, and new combinations of players and gameplay, and even some passives that were absurd, that now are on a daily basis, right? Like for instance, the recent 70% for red cults intercept, auto intercept, is just sometimes even game breaking, but that's just an opinion. I actually find it pretty cool. I don't have that cults, by the way. I just find it pretty cool that he just takes the ball away from you, and it's frustrating, but it's gameplay. And that's why that's my opinion on this upcoming Santana. Some people actually obsess on getting high ranked on this event. I never get really high on these events. I play a lot, but I never get high, and I actually don't I actually don't care too much because I never get really high. And you might say, well, you just don't play enough. Well, the Aoi version of this team was for 2 weeks, and I remember the first 5 days I barely played it because I had to change clubs and my previous club barely moved at all, so couldn't join any games, couldn't share any games. So then I moved to another club that was pretty cool, and they just farmed the hell out of that event. Like, I remember having so many Aoi Shingos that I constantly needed to go back to my training and use those skills on my Shingo as fast as I can, because I kinda if you missed a round, well, you missed a round and you drop down on your rank. So don't tell me I didn't play, because I actually played much compared to some people that played a lot, but they played like 20 or more than 20 hours a day, just jonesing on shared play, waiting for somebody just to share, to just drop everything you were doing and just hit that mobile and click yes and join. I didn't do that because I find it really time consuming. Okay, and I believe this that's the way to actually win this event. So probably the players that will have the boost from this for this event will be these three, right? And maybe some other players. I think that if it's Santana, then maybe Brazil, maybe, who knows, right? So this is for this event. As always, I do not like these and I do not care about these, but that's me, and I've met people who were just crazy about these. But this is just my opinion, and if you actually play different from me, well, you are entitled to do that. This is just my opinion, which actually a lot of people share with me. And let's see what's next. The next thing is not this huge success rate. Let's just leave it at that. Is the share play. We will have share play again for only 4 days, sorry. Right? Yeah, only 4 days. Pretty good for people that have bad clubs. And the last thing, well, not for this film, but on this page, the last thing is the Dream Ball sale. You should actually look out for those. They are pretty useful when you need Dream Balls fast, you know. And let's see, let's go back. And the second part, unresponsive. And the second part is this. So, what's it going to be? This is going to be something to buy to celebrate Klab games appearing at Tokyo Game Show. We bring you the TGS 2018 Pickup 10 transfer pack. So you're probably going to get, in my opinion, I think it's going to be the TGS 10 transfer ticket is a great deal. The 10 transfer features 9 carefully selected SSR players. Each type of Robertos and Legendary Deals get an SSR player to make your team ready. So, in my opinion, it's going to be a ticket that lets you get gets you 10 players, and one of them probably will be an SSR randomly chosen out of 9 SSRs. Maybe you will get a chance to get more than one. I don't know, but you will get at least a guaranteed one, and it's going to be in the shop. So I actually, if it's going to be like under $20, is that right? $20, 2 times, yeah, under $20. I might even buy that. It's actually it's beneficial, you know, because I really think that those players will be like Dream Collection players, like you see Pierre and Misaki here, and they are Dream Collection versions. Well, maybe not Pierre. I don't know if Pierre, if this was the Dream Collection version of Pierre. I have that Pierre, but I don't know if he was Dream Collection. I thought it was a debut banner. But anywho, so probably these will be 9 pretty good players, but you don't know which will you get. So it's also a gamble, right? But I actually, if it's going to be under $20, I will get that. And if it's going to be under $20, I actually recommend everybody getting that. The second part is this login bonus, and that's where I want to thank Klab Games. Some of these recent logging bonuses weren't that interesting. This logging bonus that we have now, the September it's the September logging bonus, and it's kind of boring, you know. There aren't any massive prizes here. They're just base logging bonus, logging gifts like SR coaching and SR books. They aren't that good, and the only thing beneficial about this logging bonus are the SR and SSR tickets. That's the only thing, and that's why they aren't that bad. Because if there weren't any of those, I would probably laugh about that login bonus. And this is going to be a new login bonus, and it's going to be for, let's see, 2 weeks. Oh, okay, 2 weeks. 2 weeks login bonus. And what this login bonus going to give you is an SSR ticket. Another one. And this is actually what I am getting to. Klab Games, I would like to thank you for the first time for giving beginner players an opportunity to play the game, because like you noticed, because you did, the level of the recent playing people got so high. Like, everybody is now trying to get to 800,000 in team skill, in team power. And none of people who are below 500,000 is actually interesting for clubs, or even want to play the game. And especially they don't want even to touch the online matches, because they will lose instantly. And I know some people are skilled at playing, but recently we also had some unfair players on the online matching, and it's actually pretty game breaking, and for new players it would be a serious turn down, you know. So this is actually a thank you for your actions, giving people the ability to get some other players, some other SSRs, is actually really appreciated. And recently you upped the drop by adding the real Japan players to your SSR pools, and that's also a good decision. And probably you will do the same for this the one step up pool that's going to end in a day. The European version, you will probably do the same. So this is actually a pretty good decision, and I appreciate it a bunch. I actually believe that this is one of your best decisions so far of all of my time in the game. And let's see, the third is more farming. Let's see what we have. Missions with rewards, including golden generation of football SR transfer tickets. Okay, so this will be missions, probably a lot of them. You will have SR tickets for one, because they don't say those will be drops. No, those will be prizes. And complete all the missions to get the fantastic rewards of Roberto's. Oh, okay, so these are going to be just simple missions, but I don't see. Oh, okay, they will have all of those drops. Maybe not the drills, but all of those drops. Okay, so this might be also useful if you have any unmaxed players, because I have a problem with those, because all of my players are recently maxed to the max and even over limited. So this is my problem. But anywho, this is actually the one clip I am actually happy to talk about, right? This banner, this step up that's going to be with the debut transfer is pretty cool, but the best what's coming up is this giveaway of one additional SSR ticket, because in our logging bonus, sorry, not log, yeah, the logging bonus, the September logging bonus, we get one SSR. We have the opportunity of getting another SSR from the challenge road. We get an SSR pack, but seriously, I really hope it's going to be under $20. And then we will have a third ticket, and that way we will have a couple of tickets that were actually really easy to get. So this was my opinion and my predictions and premonitions about those upcoming events. I really look forward to them this time because none of every event, because some events weren't that good recently. I actually here's another thank you. I would like to thank Klab Games for giving this training camp, for this training camp event. Thank you. This actually was a really good idea, because when you are in a good club, you actually finally get benefits you're supposed to get. And let me just show you what am I talking about. This, what you are seeing now, this is my farming, my really slow farming, because I am so busy recently. I wasn't even able to stream any of my videos recently. So as you already see, I bought out probably every skill except for Ishizaki. I kind of don't find any use for that, but maybe, I don't know, maybe later. And as you can see, I have almost 3,000 points to actually spend on those coachings, right? So many. And this is just from loose play. And the second part of this, of the benefits from this, is the, let me just show you, no, not challenge road, the infamous, in my opinion, where is it? Let's get back. The Dream Pod transfer. Yeah, I'm talking about that atrocious Dream Pod transfer. And no, not atrocious because of the drops, because of the recent drop, the recent drop rate. And I'm not talking about this one, because this drop rate is much more, much better than the previous one a month ago. The previous one was terrible at best. This one is better because now we have a 50-50% chance. And I see that 50-50% now. Before that, a month ago, I saw a lot of money and maybe some tickets all the time. And now I have a lot of tickets, and I will make a poll out of them on a different video, just to make you to show you something. But I actually would like to thank you. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe you heard our cries and our calls that most of us didn't get all of those players. All of those 4 not pretty good players, because they aren't that good, they're just meh. But if you're actually building a new team, like you're starting the game, well, there you go, you have 4 pretty good players for a beginning play, right? Yeah, and recently you even got the Green Miller, so there's your team right now. And those were really good decisions for beginning players, for you Klab Games, to the beginning players. And that's pretty much it. So let me just say thank you for some pretty good decisions, and your Santana event isn't good in my opinion, but I always say that about those events, those point rank events. So this is only my opinion. If anybody of you disagrees with my opinion, I actually even agree with you, not on your opinion, but on your ability to have an opinion, just like me. So you can feel free to write anything in almost anything, nothing bad, nothing inappropriate, but feel free to write in the comment section. You can press that like button, not hit it because you'll probably hit your screen. Just press that like button, and subscribe if you're actually interested in anything more of gameplays and discussions. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next clip. And yeah, so long. Have a good Tsubasa time.